presentation. Yeah, you can go to the next slide, Carmen. And yeah, so here's just a couple things to expect from these club presentations: is who they are, what they do, when they meet, and where you can get more information and why you should join. And we'll also have the opportunity to connect further through our breakout rooms, and where you have the chance to talk to a club president. Some club presidents couldn't make it today due to some classroom commitments or time zone differences. And because of that, I'll also be presenting those clubs. And we'll also leave contact info for them. And then, yeah, all information should be updated on presence. So if you want to ask any further questions, just look up through there and their club information. And we'll start with Club Fortitude.
Hi everyone, my name is Maddie. I'm presenting Club Fortitude. A little bit about me, my name is Maddie Seb. I play softball here for Menlo College. I was recently on leadership with the FCA team, and we're kind of taking over a new Christian athletes faith-centered club on campus called Club Fortitude. And our slogan for this year is for fellowship, fun, encouragement, and a place to openly grow in your faith. Next slide, thank you. So a little bit about the Club Fortitude breakdown. The term fortitude that we're taking it from comes from the root word courage, which means being able to overcome our fears and take risks. This is Menlo's Christian and faith-based club. Like I said, we used to have a bigger group with FCA, and we'll still have a little bit of that, but Club Fortitude is kind of a branch off of that club this year. The club is open to all people looking to build new relationships, learn more about the faith journey, and find new ways to stay involved around campus and the Menlo area. If you have any suggestions, questions, or interest or want any more information, you can feel free to reach out to me. My email is listed in these slides. I can also drop my email in the chat box. I know a lot of people are wondering if we were still doing FCA or anything after that. We will still have stuff with FCA. I've had a couple of students reach out to me this morning. This is just more of a branch off and another club extending out of that. Our meeting times have not yet been set. We would like to get an idea of who all is interested in what time zones, and we could figure out something with Zoom, maybe quick every other week setups. It's really just something we're trying to be flexible with everyone. So if anyone has any other questions or anything, please just feel free to reach out to me.
Hi everyone, my name is Taryn and I'm the president of the Accounting Club. Our other club officers are Nick Abrams, our VP, Mia Thompson, our treasurer, and Kristen Whitney, our secretary. Next slide. So in short, our purpose is basically to facilitate a more specified learning environment that's catered to accounting. We aim to help students determine if accounting is something that they could see themselves pursuing as a career. And then we also help them network. Okay, yeah. Some club events that we put on is our Meet the Firms event, which is like a career fair where we bring in representatives from different accounting firms around the Bay Area. And we also usually do a community service opportunity to help take care of serve hours. This year it might look a little different, but we're still trying to put something together. We also usually do resume workshops to help with the recruiting process for accounting internships. And then we usually put an end of the year banquet together. Yeah, okay, so if you're mildly interested in accounting or just want to get to learn more about it or the club, I will put the link to sign up in the chat box and you can use that to sign up. Also feel free to reach out to us. I'll put our emails in the chat box as well because I know it was listed on the first slide. But yeah, like I said, if you are even just considering accounting, I would highly suggest that you at least reach out to get some further information about our club. So yeah.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Mercedes Ford Beckham.
Girlfriends.
I am the president of the Red Cross Club, and I'm also, just a little bit about me, I'm a senior on the women's soccer team. And so yeah, next slide please. So what does the American Red Cross Club do? We host 2 blood drives on Menlo campus every year, so 1 each semester. Unfortunately, this year we can't host ours because of COVID and everything. But it's something that we work closely with the American Red Cross to bring the blood drive to us and have the blood drive on Menlo campus. It is a huge community outreach. A lot of people from around the area come, and it gives students an opportunity to A, get serve hours, and B, save lives by donating blood, especially. Hopefully I can have one next semester. And one thing about donating blood within even now is that it is a free COVID test, and you will save many, many lives just by donating a little bit of blood. But as I said, this year we can't host it since we are not on campus. So to be a part of this club, you can either A, volunteer, and it will get you some serve hours, which I don't know if they explained to freshmen yet, but you need serve hours to graduate. So it's one way to get serve hours, or B, you can donate blood, and that'll also give you some serve hours. And if you want to join or have any more information, we're still working out meeting times right now because we're on through Zoom, and I want to get an idea of everyone, like what times we could do it, because normally we have Wednesday at 7, but people have class at Wednesday at 7, which is perfectly fine. We are willing to work around all of that. So if you have any more questions or information, you can email me. That's right there. I'll put it in the chat box. But other than that, thank you for listening.
The president of the Asian Student Association could not attend, but he did leave his contact info for anyone interested in this club. It's primarily focused on international students from Asia. They organize the annual Mid-Autumn festivals, and they also organize the Chinese New Year's festivals. And yeah, just this is the president of the club, so just email him if you have any other questions. Info is also updated on presents if you want to check that out.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Paulo, and I'm going to be representing Content Creator Club along with my Vice President Victor. Next slide. Next slide. All right, so who we are and what do we do? So basically, our club is to create a space and opportunities where students can practice creative content activities such as videography, photography, and music production. We're also planning on giving out workshops and basically just giving knowledge to people on how to start in these activities, because sometimes it can get really daunting to start, and also it can get really expensive. We're also offering equipments to for the students to get started in videography, photography, and music production. Right now, we have a couple of projects coming up. It's going to be less because of COVID, but right now we're planning on helping some of the offices create content. For example, financial aid. We're planning on creating a informational video for them on YouTube, and along with other stuff as well that's going to be coming up. Next slide. So how can you join the club? First, you can contact me through my number or my email. You can email me directly. And I'm also going to be leaving a link on the chat box for a Google Sheet where you can sign up. For the meeting times, we're shooting for Fridays because that's when most students don't have classes at 4 p.m., but it might change depending on the availability of all the students. So yeah, that's it.
I know our president of the finance club is having some issues with his internet connection. So Alexander, if you're still here, feel free to unmute yourself at any time and interject, but I can go ahead and help present the finance club. Purpose is to offer students of all majors and backgrounds an opportunity to engage in financial learning and activities across a variety of topics. One of the club's goals this year is to bring in virtual speakers and presenters from the industry for the club, the Menlo community in general, and then also to participate in the Bloomberg competition again, if possible. This club has had a lot of success in the past with the Bloomberg competition, so definitely if you're interested, you should consider joining. And then their meeting times, 3:45 Pacific time on Mondays and Wednesdays via Zoom until further notice. I'm guessing if that time doesn't work, they're open to changing if need be. And then there is their contact information. Alexander Fultz is the club president, and then Rufus Pappy is the vice president, and their email addresses are listed below, and I can drop those in the chat as well. I think that's it for finance. HR Club.
Thank you, Carmen. Hi, guys. My name is Ian. I am serving as the acting president of the HR Club. I'm also the Menlo College student body president this year. And I just wanted to open this up as a way to kick off the HR Club and see how many people want to get involved. So what is HR Club? It's the HR Club representative that is a space for community and learning opportunities, and also anything along the lines of collaboration with HR. Some of the highlights leading into this year is that Menlo College is now academically aligned with the Society for Human Resource Management, or SHRM. It's a network of HR professionals and HR colleagues. And we are also looking to open a student chapter with SHRM. And this would provide students with great benefits, including membership and also certification discounts. And right now, the club is actually looking for student leaders, as last year's executive team graduated. So we are actually actively looking for a president, vice president, secretary, or treasurer. And some of the timelines for these student leadership applications. We're just looking for a candidate statement of 250 words or less. They can be sent to me or emailed to me at ian.martins@menlo.edu. I'll make sure to drop that in the chat function for all of you. And we're looking to have it by tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time. The voting will occur over the weekend and leading us into our first club meeting, which will be next week, Monday, September 28th, during the community hour. And some of the points of contact, the club advisor is going to be Dr. Kathy Lovelace. She's our only full-time HR professor at Menlo. And then I'm also, again, serving as the acting president, just trying to help the club move along with its goals for the year.
Hello, everyone. I'm Elijah, president of the Investment Club. Our goal is to equip you with the skills to be a great investor. So at our club, you can expect to pitch stocks, test your investment theses, understand the political and microeconomic state of the world and their impact on various asset classes and industries, and develop an understanding of various asset classes. We want to expose you to different ideas and grow your investing skills. And to do this, we do it in a casual environment. So you will have the opportunity to meet fellow students, to talk, debate, and test your investment strategies and ideas, day trading, technical analysis, and maybe you even want to talk about gold, cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or paintings, real estate, and wine. Those are investments, apparently even wine. So you'll be able to test, you'll be able to discuss this. And finally, you'll be able to compete to see at who is the best investor. So everyone is welcome to join, regardless of whether you've never touched a stock in your life or you've been investing for the past decade. Some of the events we have planned for this semester are stock pitching competitions, investment theses tests, and stock trading tournaments, perhaps even day trading tournaments. And yes, there are prizes. So what you can do is you can take your phone and you can scan this thing with your phone. If you have an Android, you're gonna have to enable Google Lens. It's a little bit different when you're on an Android. And you can scan and sign up for our club. I will be in the Q&A section if you want to chat later on or have any questions for me. And by signing up with the QR code, we'll be able to notify you when we next meet and host an event. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all sign up, and you can also follow us on Instagram, where you can also get updates if you don't want to receive email updates, and that will be Menlo Investment Club. So thank you. I hope to see you all in the QA section.
Hi, I'm Sammy Spector, and I'm the president of the Jewish Cultural Club. So these pictures kind of highlight what we want to achieve. So what we kind of want to achieve with our club is we want to make a community of students that are interested in learning and celebrating Jewish culture. So these pictures that our wonderful photographer Miguel shot for us show like how many people we were able to get. We were able to get 85 people to show up for our Hanukkah party. So yeah, so we mostly want to, we don't have a time yet for our first meeting, but do you all see the QR code? So the QR code will take you to a Google form, and it'll ask you your name. It'll take your email. It also has a poll for what day is best for everyone. So if you're all interested, I can put the Google form in the chat, and you can do it at your leisure. So yeah, our first event will be on October 7th, and that'll be a Sukkot, which is a Jewish holiday event. And it'll be from 12:40 to 1:10. And it'll be just a quick event, and it'll provide an opportunity for everybody to get to know one another and kind of learn about Sukkot. So yeah, so let me put it in the chat real quick. And so there's a QR code. Okay. So if the QR code isn't working for you guys, I can just put the Google Forms in the chat. So
the QR code works, Sammy.
It what? Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, so that's about it. If you're interested in joining, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my email inside the chat. So yeah.
All right, so this one's me. The Journalism Club, it goes kind of hand in hand with the Menlo Oak Press, which is the school-run, student-run newspaper. We were just reinstated last year as a club. We had been a little bit inactive after the president graduated, so Eric asked me to start it back up. Can I have the next slide? So I'm the president. My contact information is right there. I'll drop it in the chat box as well. Miranda is our VP. I don't believe she's here. And then Haley is our treasurer.
I'm here. Hi.
Oh. Hi, Miranda.
Hello.
So it's not really our mission statement, but kind of like what we stand for is pushing students to write about what they want without having any anxiety about getting in trouble for it, basically. So we're a student-led paper. It's a safe space. Everyone's accepted, of course. We're pretty open about what we write about. I tend to focus on LGBT issues or mental health issues. And then some of our other writers focus on sports, things like that. So it's whatever you want to write about and whatever the students want to hear about. We don't have any set meeting times because I wanted to see how many people would show up to the new member meetings, and then we can decide all together as a group. So I'm having two, one on Monday and one on Friday. One's at community hour, and then some people don't have classes on Friday, so that's what I decided to do. And I have a sign-up sheet. I'm gonna drop the link for that too. I just didn't know how to put it in a QR code. I'm good. Thank you.
Yes, I'm the president of Latinx Club. And if you go to the next slide, Carmen. And our primary goals is that all club member or any student that's interested in our culture is welcome to attend, but our primary focus is for students who identify as Latino, Latina, Latinx, and Latin. And we just want to create a community within Menlo College and also bridge a connection with the greater Silicon Valley Latinx community. We also want to aspire to provide opportunities for empowerment, connection, unity, and most of all acceptance, especially since majority of us are first-gen students, just trying to figure out the college life. And we just want to be a safe space and a sense of understanding for others, to discover our culture, to learn more about our culture, and just what it means to be Latinx. And we also want to learn and celebrate Latinx values, belief, and tradition from either Latin American countries or Caribbean islands. And most of all, we just want to provide a positive and welcoming environment similar to that of a family. And we just want to, be able to gather all the Latinx students and just, be able to discuss in a safe spot to figure out who we are as students. And if you go to the next slide.
Yeah, Victor.
And yeah, to be added to our email list, contact Yolanda Cervantes. We do have an emailing list. She is our director of membership. So we send out like opportunities, internship opportunities for Latinx students, opportunities just to help serve the Latinx community, stuff like that. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram, where we post updates of meetings, and we have a page dedicated on the library website for Latinx Heritage Month, and the link to that is in our bio for Latinx Club. And yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Sam Baker, president of the Menlo Venture Capital Club. Great to see almost like over 140 people here, so that's awesome. So a little bit about the Menlo Venture Capital Club. We just started last semester in the spring because I was kind of thinking about this, and there's like over $10 billion sitting on Sand Hill Road of venture capital money, which is about a 10-minute drive away from the Menlo campus, which I know we're all missing right now. So I started this club because I know there's a lot of people who want to be founders on campus. There's people who are in finance who are interested in venture capital. So this is really to build a network within those students who are going to be in those careers in the future. Or if you are just curious and want to learn more about it, this is a great place to be. So next slide, please, Victor. Yeah, so one thing that we did last semester, we had a panel discussion with just like 30 people in our group talking to 3 prominent venture capitalists in Silicon Valley. Some things that we're planning to do this year, we're gonna have some more guest speakers, some hopefully some networking opportunities with those people. We're just gonna talk about startups, technologies, and finance and deals, all the way from small companies that you might know about to big unicorns like Stripe. And really, if you're more just on the finance side as well, and you're not necessarily interested in entrepreneurship, this is a great way to learn about valuation and possible career paths as well. So if you're interested, would be great. We're only gonna have like 4 or 5 meetings, kind of once a month. Take out your phone, scan that QR code, and would love to see you guys out there, or shoot me an email or a text, and love to tell you guys more.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. It's so great to see so many of you. I wish we were on campus and we got to meet all the new freshmen. I'm glad to be here today. I'm here representing both Wild and Oaks Innovation Club. It's really good that Sam just presented. He's one of our catalysts as well. Victor, can you go to the next slide for me? Woo! Oaks Innovation Club is a community of go-getters. We're the biggest entrepreneurship club on campus, and as Sam said, Silicon Valley is the place to be if you're trying to create your own business. So join us if you like startups, you want to create your own business, you want to be an entrepreneur, or you just want to make things happen. I'm not going to say our usual word, but Victor, can you please go next? Thank you. So as any innovative organization, we have a pretty flat structure. Everybody on our club has the same voice and the same voting power. So we don't have presidents or vice presidents or treasurer or anything like that. All the club leadership is composed by catalysts, which this year is composed of me, Basil, Sen, and Esteban. We are all also running our own things, and this is Mark for OIC, where we do a lot of spin-offs. Can you go next, Victor, please? Those are club advisors. At OIC, we have a great tradition of keeping our advisors pretty close to the club, coming to the meetings and meeting with them once a month. And they have a really diverse background. So Dima is from finance, Professor Stiver from entrepreneurship, Professor Payton from design thinking, and of course, Angela Schmid, our VP of Student Success, who has been helping all of our initiatives since the beginning. Can you go next? Thank you. So what have we done in the past? We did the very first TEDx Menlo College in fall 2019, which is now getting close to 100,000 views on YouTube. We also hosted 2 startup weekends in the past, 2018, 2019. We will be hosting our 3rd startup weekend this November. Yes, it's going to be online, but it's also going to be really fun. We built the Innovation Center. The Innovation Center was built by two of the previous OIC presidents, who are also University Innovation Fellows. That goes as well for the Menlo VR Lab. And as I said before, we are known to create spin-offs of our own club. So Wild, which is a club I founded, came from OIC. So did Oasis XR and the VC Club, and now Grow, which is a new club for personal development as well. And we also have affiliations with clubs like Rotary. And this could be you. So if you want to start something new on campus, hit us up. Can you go next, Victor? And what are we doing this semester? We're meeting once a month. Generally, our meetings are more of workshops because we like for you to take something home and some knowledge. We're also hosting Startup Weekend, November 13 to 15. Please mark your calendars. And if you want to be a part of the event and attend, please let us know and send us an email, and we're going to reserve a ticket for you. We're going to have limited tickets. We have our weekly meetings for Startup Weekend up until the weekend of November. We'll have our famous moonshot party once in the fall online and twice in the spring. And also we're going to be hosting the University Innovation Fellows by the Stanford D School in January, and the Silicon Valley meetup, which happens in the Google headquarters and the Microsoft headquarters in March, hopefully. And also we have at the end of the year a final moonshot party and our innovation awards. So I'm going to drop here in the chat box our Google Forms for a sign-up sheet. So if you want to be involved with Startup Weekend, let us know. And if you want to be part of the club, just sign up with the form. Thank you, everybody.
Woo! All right, aloha, everybody. My name is Jordan, and I'm the president for the Pacific Islander Club. A couple of our other officers are in the meeting as well, so if you'd like to get to know everybody a little bit better, please stay for the breakout. The next slide, please. Okay, so a little bit of our mission is to bring Pacific Island culture to Menlo, whether that's through food, song, dance, or just in general, just being social and being able to share different aspects of Pacific Island culture with students, faculty, and staff at Menlo. So some of our events or activities include Luau, which is our biggest event. But of course, due to the current situation with the pandemic, we're not entirely sure if that's gonna happen, but we're gonna try because that's our most looked forward to event. We also have our general meetings, which again is just another social gathering for all of our members where we play games or eat. And then dance practices, which again is related to Luau, which we're not again entirely sure we'll have, but we'll keep everybody in the loop about it. Next slide, please. So our meetings are generally on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and it's kind of late, but we set the meeting at that time just so that students who have night classes are still able to make our meetings. If you want to join the club, we have a Google form, and that Google form can be found in the bio on our Instagram page, which our handle is attached on here, or I'll drop it in the Menlo app and in the chat below as well. So if you want to get to know me or any of our other current members or officers, please stick around for the breakout rooms. But thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Matt. I'm the president and co-founder of PAC, which stands for the Filipino American Club of Amelia. And PAC stands upon 4 pillars, which is culture, community, social, and academic. And right down there is a QR code for a Google link form. So I'll give you like a quick second to do it. And we were founded in 2018, actually revived in 2018, and we're going on our 3rd year strong. Next slide, please. So our mission is to preserve, promote, and perpetuate the Filipino heritage among our members and the general public. By definition, Kapamilya means family. The goal is to provide an opportunity to learn about different cultures through the means of social interactions. So that's our general mission, and it may be scary to like join a different cultures club, but we are open to all. We are open and inclusive to all walks of life. So some of our past events and programs, we had a Halo Halo mixer, which one time happened in the patio, and then the following year, which was last year, happened in the CAF. And then our annual Kamayan, sadly we couldn't have it last year because COVID. And then another program is student representatives, and these people, they help us. It kind of just takes a load off our hands and helps us like run the club and see how to run a student club in a college. Just for some upcoming events is just our general open house and to see like what's happening through the semester and what other programs that you can join as well. And then just general meetings, just so we can hear your voice and then you can hear ours and we just work collaboratively. Go ahead and follow our Insta, which is at Menlo_PAC. And if you didn't get to fill out the form, I'll drop it in the chat, and I'll even, it's also in the bio of our Instagram. So yeah, hope to see y'all there. Great.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Miranda. I'm the president of Photo Club. Esteban's also here. He is our vice president. So Photo Club is an organization that's been around for a while, but we just recently like revamped it. In the past, we did a lot of photo outings and things similar with Menlo Adventures Club. Our primary mission is to inspire Menlo to realize our creative collective potential and create a space for those who want to explore photography. So our main motto is we want collaboration, community, and creativity to be our forefront. Next slide, please. Okay, so we want to wait until we've gauged interest to hold meetings. So sign up for our mailing list. I will post it in the chat to be notified of meeting dates and photo challenges. Because we're online this semester, we'll be trying to do a lot more with social media. So make sure you follow us on Instagram at Menlo Photo Club, and we'll be posting a bunch of cool stuff there. So yeah, just stay updated.
What's up, everybody? My name is Logan Pine, and I am one of the vice presidents of the Psychology Club. As you may know, psychology is our non-major or non-business major on at Menlo, and you don't have to be a psychology major to be interested in Psychology Club, but it is mostly geared towards psychology students. But as we know, psychology is the study of the mind and human behavior, and that ties into just about everything. So if you're interested in this, come check us out. Next slide, please. Really what it is, it's just an opportunity to bring everyone together who's interested. We have some new officers this year, as we had some people graduate last year, and we're putting things together as we go. Our advisor is Dr. Hager. He's the head of the psych department at Menlo College, and very awesome person. If you have any questions about psychology, he'll answer them, and he's just a great guy. And so we're going to send out a survey by the end of this week to determine what times work for everyone with meeting times and things like that, whoever's interested. So keep an eye out for that. And also follow us on Instagram at Menlo VC Club. One other thing I want to mention is one of our major events that we do every year is Psych Night. And that's where we have alumni and current people working in the psychology occupation come to Menlo, and it might be virtual this year. Hopefully it's not, we don't know yet. Hopefully we'll be back on campus by this time. But they come in and they tell us their experiences, they tell us their past and how they got through the psychology program at Menlo and what they're doing now. And so it's very informative. If you're interested in going into a psychology career, this is definitely something you want to be at, and this is definitely a club you want to join. But if not, like I said, psychology ties into everything. So check us out. That's it.
But for you, in every single thing you do, you're choosing a direction, and it points out that it's the day-to-day decisions that really determine our lives. And yeah, because we forget that a lot of times, we created a club that helps us like make these decisions that they actually benefit us for the future. Hey guys, yeah, I'm Basil. So based on the quote of before, in every single thing you do, you're choosing a direction. We created this club. It's called Rise, and it's about personal growth and development. It's supposed just to help members to kick off the semester, to reach your goals. And here's how we're gonna do it. Carmen? So our first step to rock the semester, we're a brand new club, just launched, and we'd love to have you. We're gonna build actually a community of like-minded people and work on our personal development together as a team. It's our goal to bring in experienced coaches and authors from the field, and then of course like take their advice and learn from them. We will have one workshop a month where we either work on or learn a new skill or improve one of the habits that we have. And then lastly, we will complete a 28-day challenge and have a big celebration afterwards. There will obviously be awards for winners, so it's going to be pretty fun. Carmen, I will need you one more time. Yes, and this is our 4 steps. Let's look at your 4 steps. So as there are probably a lot of freshmen out there, just quick overview. So it's always nice to get involved in the Menlo community by attending online events. So for example, attend Startup Weekend, just try to be active. And then more importantly, even when you struggle with something, you probably heard this a lot, but it's actually true at Menlo. You can, instead of trying to kind of tackle these problems by yourself, you can reach out. There's great people who want to help you. And then one big part of personal development is obviously like how you interact with others. And if you just try to show empathy and kindness, especially during these times, it's going to go a long way. And then of course, lastly, sign up for Rise right now. I'm going to drop the link into the chat, and yeah, sign up and be part of our community.
Okay, so I'll also be presenting for Rotary Club. Rotary Club is a global service club based under Rotary International, which is overall just an international service organization. Our motto is service above self. Next slide, please. So that's me in the picture at one of our cleanups last year. This year, our primary focus is on environmental projects. However, in the past, we've also done food drives, we've done clothing drives, we worked with St. Anthony's Church and the Second Harvest Food Bank. We've done beach cleanups, support drives, a lot of things like that. Our overall club goals are to empower you to take action through community and international service. We have a lot of fun projects in the works, but for now you can follow our Instagram at Menlo Rotary Club. Our secondary goal is to develop leadership and networking skills through professional development. One of the cool things that we do every year is we have a Rotary Means Business networking event. Usually it's at the school, but hopefully we'll be able to figure it out this year. And our last goal, and one of our most important, is to have fun while cultivating lifelong friendships with our community around the world. Rotary is a really cool way to meet different people and learn different perspectives. So yeah, I would highly recommend joining. I'm co-president with Christine so this year, she's here. And our other board members are Michaela Haynes and Cindy Garcia. So you can contact them at any point if you have questions, or you can reach out to any of us. So our first meeting will be October 5th at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and we'll send you a Zoom link prior to the meeting if you sign up for our mail list, which we'll paste in the chat. Next slide, please. So here are just some of the pictures that we got from our past events. So I hope you guys join.
The president of Scandinavian Club could not attend, but I'll be here to present for her. If you go to the next slide, Carmen. And yeah, their mission statement is to be a diverse club which seeks to increase community appreciation of Scandinavian cultures by celebrating them in ways that are not only educational, but also are fun. And these are the things that they're going to do: Zoom meeting once a month before national holidays, spread information, enjoy about our culture, be open to email discussions and questions, get together, eat traditional Scandinavian food, have events for service hours designed after purpose that are important in Scandinavia, and celebrate tradition together and raise awareness of different cultures. So yes, here are the contact info for Scandinavian Club. Also, I have a short message from the president. She said that if you follow the club on Instagram, you're automatically in, and their Instagram is Menlo Scandinavia Club, and it's all together. I'll put it in chat once, and yeah. And yeah, there's the Instagram. Okay. Perfect.
Hi everyone, I'm Courtney Cooper and I'm serving as the president of WILD this year. Carmen, next slide. Or WILD is for Women in Leadership Development. Next. So our mission, our work aims to help women fight oppression, stigmas, and constraints that stop them from achieving their full potential, and to empower women to be impactful, conscious, and innovative leaders. And our vision at Menlo is for Menlo women to come together to develop spaces and opportunities for all students on campus to learn about various challenges that women face in today's professional and social environments. This group of women will organize meetings, events, and workshops, and we're going to discuss these challenges and ideate creative solutions on and off campus, COVID permitting. And I think Chara was going to go over our goals.
Some of our goals include, I'm Cara and I'm the Vice President of WILD. This year, some of our goals include promoting and teaching innovative leadership. The way of sustainable future is of our planet is the promotion of women in positions of power. Some of our other goals include creating awareness and educating Menlo students about the societal, political, and economic consequences of domestic and international gender inequality among students. And we're going to be providing awareness for mental health and supporting each other, provide a community and a safe place. And I'm going to throw it back to Courtney.
So last year, WILD was founded last year by Bianca, who spoke earlier on behalf of OIC. And so in our first year, we won Club of the Year. We set a record for membership. We had over 120 members. We have held monthly meetings, the Women's Emerging Leadership Forum trip, TEDx Menlo College, Gender Equity Awards, and a Galentine's Day event. So what's next? So our first event, and we hope you join us for it, is going to be Goal Setting and Vision Board Workshop on October 5th at 1 p.m. Then we're going to have Our Voice, Equal Future on October. Our next slide, please. And then our next event is going to be Our Voice, Our Equal Future, October 12th at 1 p.m. Then we're going to be helping with Startup Weekend, Women's Silicon Valley, November 13th through 15th. And as Bianca stated earlier, we do have limited tickets, so please sign up or join us. And then we're going to be hosting one of the community circles from silence to solution. That's to be determined, as well as TED circles also to be determined for the date. And so next. So I'm going to drop a form in the chat right now, so please fill it out. Let us know what are some things that you'd like us to see this year, and please join us on Instagram at Menlo Wild or email us at wild@menlo.edu. We hope to see you and hope you come and join Women in Leadership.
Everyone who signs up today gets a personalized background with your name and member over here. So join us today, guys.
Hi everyone, my name's Taryn. I'm a senior. I identify as she, her, and some of you might know me from Rising Scholars as a math tutor. I'm here to talk about Spectrum Plus, which is all about celebrating you. Our main mission is to foster a community that seeks awareness and understanding of the LGBTQI+ community, and really fostering around inclusion, mindfulness, and regardless of your background, Spectrum Plus values community above all. We want to aim to be a safe space. Oh, sorry. Can you go back? Okay. I guess we just want to aim to be a safe space where we can grow together. You can go for it now. Thanks, Carmen. So some of the things that we're going to be engaging with this year are meaningful discussions, just to gain a deeper awareness, to foster new and lasting friendships, a lot of career skills, one-on-one support, and much, much more. And then can you switch slide? Thank you. So I just want to say the Pride never stops. Meetings are going to be every first and third Wednesday of each month from 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time or during community hour. Our Instagram, I have a little QR in the corner there. It's brand new. We're going through a full club rebranding. And that also means that this year we have officers. Officers are just going to be there to help facilitate meetings and to kind of offshore tasks. But really, since we're a community, we're all leaders, like Bianca said. And her. Oh, I see. Yeah. Can you switch slide? All right. Last one, guys. I just want to encourage you guys to join today. There's a form at the top if you scan that QR. And on the left is all of our club officers.
One club who submitted their slides shortly after the club fair that I wanted to be sure to include in this video was the real estate investment team. And so here is a little bit more information about that club. Their mission is connecting Menlo students interested in real estate careers to each other and to the industry. And as noted, you do not need to be a real estate major or concentration. They offer a variety of activities and events throughout the year, like off-campus site visits, meet industry guests on campus, monthly meetings. They do networking and, of course, course advising, internship announcements, and once more, those valuable connection to real estate industry associations. Careers in real estate, here are some options. So for those of you who are thinking about this as a possible career track, there's obviously a lot more than just being a real estate agent. So I'll leave this slide up for a moment so you can kind of take a look. And then here's the information to join. As you can see, they have their officers listed there, and then also the advisors. So I hope that helped. And then here again are some industry organizations to give you an idea of the kind of connections that you can build as a part of this club. And if you have any questions about any of our clubs on campus or are wanting to start a new club here at Menlo College, please feel free to reach out to either Victor Garcia, our Student Government Director of Programming, or Carmen Stockberger, the Director of Student Engagement in the Office of Student Affairs, and we will be happy to assist.